So, recently, I've been doing some thinking, which actually is something that I've not been doing a lot of recently. I know you'd think, like, oh, I'm stuck inside, I can't do anything. And yet, here I am, thinking so much, so little thinking. And, I mean, that has got me thinking. So basically, I finally got around to watching The Midnight Gospel on Netflix, and boy, let me tell you, so many realizations were had during watching that. One of the things that they talked about at the end was, his mom is struggling with, I want to say it's either lung or breast cancer, but it's some sort of cancer. It's pretty bad, and, she says that she has never felt more alive. She's feeling great, looks more alive, or looks healthier, feels healthier than she says she has in years, and she's, at the verge of death. And it's really made me think about these times, and, am I really doing anything productive? And the answer is no. I even came in with this with the intention of, I'm going to do so much self-improvement, I'm really going to work on spirituality, because the religion that I was born with, there are a few aspects that I don't jive with as much, but, I do know that I need some sort of religious, spiritual something in my life. And, I really came in with this with the intention of, trying something, some sort of, connecting me to the universe, something like that. And I really haven't done anything like that remotely. I've really honestly kind of stifled myself recently in my creativity and just everything in general. Almost all of the content that I've made during this quarantine hasn't really been substantial. The only thing I made was a Common Misconceptions episode, and that was because it was for a class project, and it was still like the beginning of the quarantine, and I was still kind of had my wits about me. But, after that, I really have not been doing anything productive. I've been doing so much, but none of it has been useful. I've been playing so many video games, watching so many YouTube videos, and so much Netflix. But, it came to things that were actually substantial. I really haven't done a lot because, it's a perfect opportunity. I'm stuck inside. I can't really do a lot of stuff. And you would think that this would be, like, the perfect opportunity for me to find myself or, stuff like that. And I haven't. And I'm realizing now it's because I've spent so much time doing. I haven't, had time to sit back and relax and, really be me. I haven't spent any time not talking or not thinking. I've, put so much time and energy into my brain just constantly going and going and going and going that I haven't taken a moment to, like, stop and calm down and catch my breath and think, what is life really about? What really is the purpose that I want to be getting out of this? Is it to, go crazy on YouTube and all my social medias and just go ham on everything, post tons of TikTok videos, tons of YouTube videos, and I don't think that's it, because I've tried doing that, and been doing what? I've only been doing that for like 2 weeks, and I'm already so thoroughly and exhausted, burnt out of trying to do that, of trying to constantly create and curate content for an audience. And I'm kind of forgetting the whole point I started doing YouTube in the first place. It wasn't to get content or anything like that. The original reason I started doing it was honestly kind of some emotional healing for myself. It was these sort of things. I, kind of did originally start it with content that this is, kind of just talking into the camera and just expressing my thoughts and my feelings in an undocumented, unfiltered, unedited sort of version, just to get my thoughts out there, almost like a visual diary of sorts. And I haven't been doing that recently. So, this is really something that, I think that I need to take out of this, and that a lot of people need to sort of take out of this experience as well, is, kind of this whole moment of, it's quarantine, and there's a lot of things you can't fix. You can't go outside. You can't, try to fix what's going on in the world. But there are things that you can control, and you kind of need to take a moment to notice what those things are and, take those to the best of your abilities. Really think what's going to be monumental, what's going to be things that I can do right now that are truly going to help people, even if you can't donate money. What can I do that's going to help me, that's going to help other people, and, just kind of keep us doing as good as we possibly can. And, that's something that I'm thinking about and that I really want to try doing. And things are opening back up. Today, at least as I'm filming this, I'm going to go back into my office for the first time since this whole quarantine started. So, I think that's important to notice, is that life will eventually return to normal, and it kind of already is returning to normal. So, I think that's something we need to think about and really need to pay attention to. And yeah, things will go back to normal, but, we can't force them to happen, and we can't make them happen any faster. So it's important to, know what we can control and do what we can with that.